Brothers and family, welcome back to Larry's Anything Goes. Hopefully you guys are having a great and exceptional night or whatnot. Usually don't, been a minute since I've done a rant on a Sunday, but I wanted to talk about this before the week gets started, before any distractions might come my way, because you know how easy that is in today's world. So many freaking distractions can come your way. So first, before I get started, I'm going to be talking about Kevin Samuels, saying rest in peace to Kevin Samuels. If you don't like Kevin Samuels, that's your business, not mine. I'm not going to argue about whether you like Kevin Samuels or not. That's not what I'm here about. That's not what tonight's rant is about. But I'm noticing since his passing that more and more people are trying to take the torch of Mr. Kevin Samuels, meaning that they're trying to, they're trying to have the same setups as Kevin Samuels. They're trying to hit up on the same talking points as Kevin Samuels. If you do not know who he is, it's a gentleman who had a very successful podcast where he talked about high value males and high value women and all that great stuff. He took a lot of people off. He took women off. He took men off. It was just one of those things that that morphed. And like I said, I think if he was alive to this day, he might even possibly even have his own reality TV show, or heck, he probably could have been to the point where he had his own show. Because he looked like his trajectory in regards to his popularity, whether people loved him or hate him. Because remember, in this world, if you have a lot of haters, then that brings a lot of ratings all at the same time. You know what I mean? So that's one thing to take into consideration. If you have a lot of haters, that's just one way for people to continuously keep talking about you. Hence Kanye West, hence Donald Trump. The list goes on and on. Hence, Barack Obama. A lot of people hated him, and a lot of times the hatred for all those individuals I just mentioned increased their popularity, because usually when somebody's always talking about you, then it just eventually turns into someone becoming a marketing genius. And I'll just leave it at that, all right? But the main reason why I'm making this rant today is I see more and more people, Kevin Samuels, popping up in today's world. But the message I have to say to all the wannabe Kevin Samuels out there, in regards to the podcast world and this regards to people in everyday life and whatnot, instead of trying to be, especially to the grown men in the room, because it's one thing for the younger men to want to idolize their elders and whatnot and be, in a sense, be them. We've all gone through that. But it's another thing that when you're a grown man, you have a family, you have a career, you got a business, you got things happening for you, and you're trying to mimic somebody else. Not everybody needs to want to be somebody else. Learn how to be your own freaking self, because that's how you prosper. That's how you become something better and bigger than anything you ever thought in his whole life. As much as I can't stand Kanye West, he's a very intelligent, he's a genius in regards to the things that he's done. He's a billionaire. He didn't get there easily, and to keep his status, he's fighting hard to do that all at the same time. But one thing, he's always been true to himself, number one, and then two, he's never wanted to be anyone else. He's always wanted to be him. Dave Chappelle didn't always want to be someone else. He always wanted to be him. Damon Johns, Bob Johnson, Robert F. Smith, the list goes on and on. Jeff Bezos, Mark Cuban, the list goes on and on. Elon Musk, they didn't want to be the next big somebody else. They wanted to be the next big them. So I say to the podcasters out there, and I say to the people that just in real life and whatnot, even if you don't have a podcast, learn to want to be the real you. Okay? Stop trying to be the next Kevin Samuels. Be the next you. Because you are the only you that you can be in this life. And I think a lot of times people lose sight of that you even see, whether you love them or hate them, you see it with the OnlyFans crew, you see it with the TikTok crew, whether it's men or females or whatnot, all levels. I don't discriminate. I'm just talking about what it is. Everybody's trying to become into their own self and whatnot. And people that are having their own podcasts, especially before Kevin Samuels became so popular and whatnot, everybody wants to have their own niche and niche in this world. And there's plenty of information, plenty of time, and plenty of social media sites for people to become their own selves. So work on becoming your own selves, because if you're going to be the next Kevin Samuels, then you might as well get a nice pair of glasses and get yourself a 1985 suit and whatnot. Start spraying cologne and sipping Hennessy or wine or whatever the heck he was sipping on before he would get started, and just get the whole thing going all at the same time, just like he did. But then your authenticity is not going to be there, and therefore nobody's going to want to listen to you and watch you. I listen to Kevin Samuels a little bit, but I didn't watch him all the time. He was entertaining, but when I get on social media, especially when I get on the YouTube platform and whatnot, I don't want to just be entertained. Majority of the time, I need to get some good, useful information because I need to be able to help intensify my business, intensify my knowledge, and intensify my time and whatnot so I can take my life to the next level. All right. He was entertaining, and that's good, but even in that sense, I need to be able to get some great information. When I want to be entertained, I watch comedians. When I want to get some knowledge, I listen to other businessmen and women and whatnot. So that's all I had to say about that. Learn to be the best you, because you're the only you that you can be at the end of the day. Stop trying to be somebody else, because this isn't high school. Unfortunately, a lot of adults do not evolve past high school. They want to be something that they're not, and therefore they don't even become as successful as they want to be, or they could be put into a position where they're middle age and they're stuck in a career or with a business that they hate, stuck in a relationship that they hate, stuck in a freaking state and a city that they hate because they've wanted to be able to follow the walking dead, as I like to call, instead of being their own person and walking in their own footsteps. That you were put on this earth to walk in your own footsteps and to not walk in others' footsteps. All right. So I'll leave it at that. All right. Thanks for the love, Jen. I greatly appreciate it. Do the great 3 free things. Like, share, and subscribe. Have a great night. And as I always say, make money moves or you're going to live, bro, like a fool. Take care, family.